Intros. Hi, I truly believe that everybody should dye their hair a fun color at least once in their life. Do you like me, Ed? Do you like me? Maybe if I started bullshitting 90% of my videos, I'd have a lot more views and subscribers.
I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for not coming on here and being like, I lied about everything. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I don't want to be that person who says that so that everyone loves me again. I don't want to be that person ever. I would rather be absolutely fucking hated for the truth than liked for a lie. And that's why I'm making this video.
So, hey there. Welcome back. God. Yeah, that'll make him want to subscribe. Today's video is going to be a response, I guess, to Tana's apology video. I watch her videos, you know, I thought she was hilarious. I loved Tana. 2.5 million subscribers. She clearly had something that people wanted and she gave it to them and it got her this far. Obviously, I can't say like I've been in that exact situation, but Tana, if you'll ever watch this, you probably won't. But if you do, I'm not gonna call you names. I'm not gonna take any low blows. I don't think that that really gets anybody anywhere, especially now with how far that this has escalated. So let's get into the video. To start off, I do have to be completely transparent when it comes to my response. I'm not making this video to personally attack Tana or hurt her or call her names, make fun of her, whatever. I've seen so many videos like that already. Personally, I don't really think throwing another one in there is really gonna help anybody or the situation at this point. I hope you just don't take my transparency as like trying to be shitty. I really am trying to just give you my genuine, honest response. I'm really not trying to be mean. I'm trying to make this come from somebody who has supported you way before 500,000 subscribers, 1 million, 2 million subscribers. So I think it would be fair to say that I have been here from close to the start and I've seen the difference. Starting off, it was 2 weeks late. I don't really know how to say that in a way that doesn't sound exactly how it sounds. You waited 2 weeks to put out an apology video when you and I both know, for one, which you even say later in the video, but we'll get to that later, this video would not have even came out if you weren't caught. So it's hard not to already be given the impression that this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't found out. You're only sorry that you got caught. You took your damn time. This wasn't, you woke up and you were just so overcome with guilt, you had to make a video. You had to let people know what was going on. And in that way, I feel like you really fell short of a lot of people's expectations of you. And that's also a big part of the backlash that you are receiving for this video. You know, the self-deprecation thing, I mean, come on. It's so hard to respond honestly to this and not sound like an asshole, but you're being a fucking asshole. I don't really know any other way to say it, and like I said, I don't see a point in me giving my opinion if it's just bullshit. So I'm gonna be real with you, and if you disagree with what I'm saying, that's perfectly fine. Leave your opinion below. That's always welcome here, but this is just personally how I feel, my opinions, my response. It doesn't have to be your response. It doesn't have to be anybody else's response. But I feel like with all the self-deprecating, it's almost as if you're trying to make a martyr out of yourself. And it's so transparent. Because you are an adult, 18 years old or not, you are legally an adult. If you commit a crime, you're going to be tried as an adult. And that's how you're going to be looked at. This is how your situations are going to be handled from everybody else's point of view as an adult making adult decisions. What worries me with this already is if now they're half-ass shitty, disgusting, embarrassing, ridiculous, what the fuck ever apologies. This was only a couple weeks ago. It's almost as if you're trying to act as though there was this large amount of time between then and now to where you went through this large personal change and fucking had 10 different epiphanies and your life is going to change forever from this day on. That shitty, half-assed, pathetic, embarrassing, whatever apology was weeks ago. That's it. And if that's how you felt about your decision, if that's how you felt about your decisions just 2 weeks ago, it's not shedding a very good light on all of your other decisions, mainly your videos. This is just one of those things, you know? Why? Why was that cringy, lying, disgusting excuse an option for you? You know? You can say that you've changed and you can say that things are going to be different, but I don't think what you're realizing here is the thought patterns have to change. That being your first option or an option at all should not have even occurred. I'm going to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to buy any fucking thing that you say anymore, being as though you even reflect upon your own recent actions with hate and disgust and calling yourself a liar and saying that your apologies were bullshit. So then everything's bullshit? Is that what we're supposed to get from this? See, the worst part about this is if you would have taken those videos when they first came out, when they had, you know, just 10, 50, 100, 500 views, whatever, made a video about it right then and there, and been like, look, I'm going to address this before anybody the fuck else has a chance to tell me what they think, what I was thinking, what I was saying. If you would have just done that in the first place, none of this would have happened. And I think that's like just the hardest part for so many people to grasp is why all of this for something that could have been handled and dealt with in such a better, easier for everybody else fashion. Why make it so much harder for yourself? Again, the literal definition of ignorance is a lack of information. The knowing is essentially not there. When you use ignorant as an adjective for describing your mindset back then and how you were, it's not true. It's just another lie. And again, I think what almost jars everybody is if even in your apology video, a lie comes out here and there, here we are 3 minutes and 22 seconds in. What the fuck? Is anything you say true? I don't know. Using the term ignorant is something that should be used in a situation where it applies. You did not have a lack of information. You didn't have a lack of knowledge on what that word meant. You say yourself, you and your friends thought it was shocking to say these offensive words to your friend who was black because he didn't care and he thought it was funny or whatever. So it's even more shocking. That's not ignorance. That's knowing exactly what you're doing and even doing so in a manner in which you will get more attention for doing those things. So in reality, ignorance has nothing to do with it. You know exactly what you're doing even then. You say you've grown and changed so much since then, but while you're saying everyone thought it was so shocking, all of our friends thought it was shocking, we thought it was shocking, or that it was funny, or whatever, you thought it was shocking because you knew the stigma behind that word, because you knew the history behind that word already. So to say that you grew up and now you know the history behind it and the hurt and the hate and the pain, it's just another lie. I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing? The whole raw and uncut effect really is lost when every other sentence you're looking off at your script. I mean, in jump cuts, every other word. This is just like the joke, really. Why do I have a weird feeling like she's foreshadowing a fuck ton here. Is it just me? I don't know. Again, this was like a couple weeks ago. Why would you want to surround yourself with those kinds of people in the first place? Is what I'm wondering. Honestly. It says a lot about you and your character. So, being as though her apology video is like 22 fucking minutes long, I'm gonna break this up into 2 parts. There's just simply too much and way too long of a video to include it all in one video. It would be like fucking forever long, and I would never get it out there. So far, like I said, I don't feel the need to call you names. I don't feel the need to self-deprecate and make a martyr out of you. I feel like you already did a good enough job of doing that to yourself. It's in the most truthful and not hateful way that I can say this to you. I think your apology is complete fucking bullshit. I think most, if not all, of your story times are complete fucking bullshit. And I guess the hardest part is I was a big supporter of Tana. I absolutely loved her videos. I watched them all the time. I thought she was fucking hilarious. And of course, I assume that she exaggerated some of her stories to make them into story times, because let's be real, nobody's fucking life is that interesting. None of these story time videos on the entire YouTube platform, nobody's life is that fucking interesting. It's just not. We all know that, and that's okay. But to completely and totally flat out fucking lie to 2.5 million, and that's just on YouTube, people's faces over and over and over and over and over again, it really shows that it's not just a character flaw that has been brought to light and that you now have changed. It's a part of who you are, and this kind of is what it is with that. I have direct experience with pathological liars and knowing when it's a character flaw and knowing when it's a part of who they are. It's a part of their psyche. It's a part of how their brain is wired. And excuses aside, it is what it is, I guess, at the end of the day. Like I said, being a long supporter, I know that 100% all in all, I don't support you anymore. I don't believe anything that you say. I think that a lot of the stories that you've told and a lot of the scandals that you've gotten yourself into are hurting people. You're hurting people that you wouldn't even think twice about. The people that support you and watch your videos and pay your fucking bills and keep you in your nice $1,200 dresses and Cartier bracelets and hair extensions and fucking bleach and tone. It's disappointing, and people are really fucking pissed off, and people don't really have as much faith in you as they did, because the faith that everyone did put into you in the first place and stood up for you time and time again with, you abused it and you took it for granted, and you pretty much fucking wiped your ass with it. So what you give is what you get. I'm gonna have to take your apology and wipe my ass with it too. So, not trying to be evil or spiteful or bitch or what the fuck ever. I just am fed up and know what a bullshit artist you are now. And I feel like it's my job, and it's all of our jobs, to get the truth out there and give people what they need and what they want and what they're looking for and what they're asking for out of you, which you clearly are not willing to give, which is the truth. I might be a nobody, and if I get hate for it, I get hate for it. But if I have to be one of the assholes that stands up and exposes you, sheds light on all the shit that you are spewing, and continue to try and feed your subscribers and your followers, which most of them are preteen girls, so it's even worse because you were just there. You know how gullible and how just much you want somebody to look up to, someone to love, someone to idolize, aspire to be like, someone to trust. Took that trust for granted, and you've done it every single day since the first video that you put out that was full of fucking bullshit. And I personally am fucking pissed about it. That's a lot of lies, and that's a lot of time wasted. Thank God I didn't buy a fuck ton of your merch or buy a fuck ton of your clothes from Depop that you never mailed out to people. That's another thing that I plan on making a video about, because that's fucked up too. You were given a platform that so many people are working so hard to stand up on, to have a voice, and you took that and you ran with it in a dishonest, just shitty form. And I don't think that's right, and I don't think that's fair. And I think that it's gotta fucking stop. I don't think you're gonna quit making videos being as though you monetized your apology. Clearly you really like your money, and that's fine. You gotta pay your bills, I gotta pay my bills. But I'll be damned if I'm paying your fucking bills. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you later. Bye!